just got back from New York City, where me and Jacob were at the Tribeca Film Festival, and I want to share an insight with you about fear. I used to host a meetup in New York, and I would go to these events and I would just crush it, all right? I would go around, I'd talk to everyone, I'd meet everybody, and it was because I was the host. But I haven't gone to a live event since SumoCon, about a year ago. I've just been in the lab, Dr. Dre style. So this was our first event in a while, and I was feeling nervous. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't know how to approach the event. It was like all of the work I'd put in, doing this meetup for 2 years, going to all these conferences, doing all this stuff. It was almost like it didn't matter because I was terrified. We jumped from table to table. We split up, we walked around the room, we met back up at the other side of the room, neither of us having talked to anybody. And that fear lasted for 45 minutes. But after that 45 minutes, I just said, screw it, and walked up to the first person I saw and just said, hi, I'm Alex, shook their hand, and a conversation started. After breaking through that initial barrier and having that one conversation, it was easy. I remembered what I used to do at the other meetup, which was walk up to people and start talking to them, ask them questions, basic meetup etiquette that was ingrained in me and that I lost. But the point that I wanted to make to you is I lost 45 minutes because of fear. Some people lose 45 years. I have a friend who wants to do stand-up comedy. He thinks he's the funniest guy in his group of friends, and he's always asking me, how do I have the balls to go up on stage? I've done almost 100 mics now. So he's getting to the point in his life, he's about double my age, where if he doesn't try this at some point, he's never going to try it, and it's gonna become a regret on his deathbed. Oh, I wish I did stand-up comedy. Wish I knew how to make the audience hee-haw. That's what I call laughs. I guess I need to do another 100 mics. But he asked me, how do you have the balls to get up on stage? And it literally just started with me getting up on stage once. Last night I did 4 mics in a row. I barely had any material prepared and I was writing it as we go because I have a show in 2 days. Don't waste years planning your first time in anything. I put off writing a movie for 8 years before finally doing it. And sure, the movie I created wasn't usable, but if I had created an unusable movie 8 years ago, I would be 8 years ahead of where I am right now in the film business. You'll learn more in the field, creating your first project, your second project, whatever it is, than you will from reading books, podcast interviews, even going to coffee with mentors. That's not to say that stuff is a waste of time. I agree, watch YouTube videos like this and learn, but take action at the same time so you can implement what's going on. At the party I was talking about in the beginning of this video, there was a director there that me and Jacob were talking to for about 6-7 minutes. He's made 12 films. And Jacob asked him what his advice would be to new filmmakers. And his advice was, keep making stuff and don't release it if it's bad. And then he said he hates half of his 12 movies. And this is a guy that's critically acclaimed and has made 12 real movies. These aren't YouTube movies or anything like that. And if that guy hates half of his stuff, there's no chance you're gonna beat him by studying podcasts or watching YouTube videos. The only way you're gonna create something you're actually proud of is by creating a lot of stuff that you're not proud of. And if you have anxiety about getting started, taking action makes fear irrelevant. If you found value in this video, I would love if you'd share it with a friend or two. We're trying to hit 100,000 subs this year, and every share counts. Also, if you want a free download, it's a list of all the questions we ask on our sales calls. It'll help you sell more. That's down in the description below. Feel free to download that. I'm Alex Berman. Thanks for watching.